What is happening, fishers? Don from Untraceable Fishing. You see on the wrong side, you're confusing me here.
As it says.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'll try it.
What is happening, fishers? Dean from Untraceable Fishing here tonight with, on my right-hand side, Don from Bill Moria Fishing Tackle. Welcome to
Tackle
Tuesday. So this evening, guys, we're super excited. Assassin have launched some new rods. We added some new models to their range. So
put it there, like this is the dun 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 moment.
Don's going to run through some of the new rods, or the new rods I've added to their range for this evening. So big thank you to Assassin. So Don, where do we start?
Yeah, look, we'll start from the cheapest, but just I know a lot of us have been waiting for these rods. Yeah. There's been hype created, and some models are launched, and some we're waiting for. And what I quite like about the Assassin brand is they don't ignore. They're trying to cater to a large market, and this is a rod a lot of the budget anglers in the river would know in a 7-foot. But the little Slayer, they've recently done an 8-foot, and I think it's a 9-foot as well.
Correct, yes.
And you know, for under $700, cork butts,
nice and sensitive,
nice little braid-friendly guides, and nice little tip. I mean, for a river
nice
gully, light drop shot in the river type thing, you can do far worse than that. Nice and light. I'd certainly flick one of those around, and nice rod to have in the lineup. Because a lot of the budget rods have always stopped at 7-foot. So now at least there's a budget 8-foot and 9-foot that's still a decent Assassin.
Yeah. Especially when you're going into the river mouths or into the light surf zones, you want a little bit of extra length.
But some of your rivers like the Breda and that, where you're trying to pop a prawn in a little further. You know, the larger estuaries certainly can do with an 8 or 9-foot. And then we've got a bunch of rods. What are we heading into next year?
Or should we run through the paddle tail or the drop shot style?
The drop shot style rods? Okay. This is one that's seen a lot of interest. It's the new Cobb Master. We've got an extra heavy and a 2XH. This is the big boy. I think, yeah, we're going up to 1 to 4 ounce now. So the first time Assassin's really done a 4 ounce budget rod.
Yeah.
When you say budget, this is not a mere type pricing. Yeah. It's a lot more affordable than that. And stunningly finished. The gold trim, really nice. What I quite like about them throughout is all double foot guides, which are quite durable. They're made to handle the knocks and the transport better. Nice step down the guides as well. Not quite as micro as some would be.
You still get a bit of a leader through them.
So get a bit of leader, not through them. And yeah, I think certainly very good. You want to maybe get a bend on that? And we can
go to the India.
That's got a nice action. It's got a nice whip. Got a good action. Nice EVA finish. I like it. I think the Cobb Masters are certainly going to be a hit. So if you're into the heavier drop shot side of things, you're hitting the surf zones and that, available in 11 and 12 foot.
Correct.
And I think well worth shortlisting. I don't always know whether a 4 ounce rod is essential for our waters here.
No, two.
I think a 1 to 3 ounce rod more than covers it.
Your drop shot
but if you're looking for bigger fish, you're looking for those large cob, or you're heading up Mozambique or Gabon, places like that, you're looking for some kingfish, yeah, certainly high on the shopping list. Then we have the one model below that. Yeah?
That's the Affinity. We need to look for
this one.
There is it. No, that's the Jewel.
That's the Jewel. There we go. Yeah, this is the Rapid Spin range. They've done quite a range of these, I think from about 8 foot up to 12 foot. So there's quite a series of them. Mostly that 1 to 3 ounce or 1 to 2 ounce type range. A good all-rounder rod. I think it's one of the first times we've seen a fairly value-based Assassin rod coming with 3G guides. Yeah. Going for single foot. Ironically, single foots are a little more prone to being knocked, but they do improve the action of a blank.
Takes a little bit of weight up the rod as well.
Does lighten the rod slightly. What is quite interesting about these available in 2 and 3 piece.
See, this is a 3 piece, which is quite
nice. This is a 3 piece, so for transporting your vehicle, that's certainly very nice.
The guys just don't have buckies, they've got cars and things like that.
You know, certainly
bit of a softer action.
A bit of a softer action. Will cast exceptionally well. And a lot of guys get away with these for some light gully fishing in that as well.
That's what I'm saying. This will make a brilliant little bait rod as well, I think.
It'll be good all-rounder. I'd say probably the 11 foot would be my sweet one. 1 to 3 ounce and 11 foot. But certainly the Rapid Spin well below 2,000 Rand again. So it's certainly ticking most guys' budget, and you're getting those lacquer 3G guides and a decent Assassin quality finish. EVA and that, all very good.
They squared the grip up on that one as well, like that. But the others, yes, they have.
Not quite as at the back. At the very back, they have.
Yeah.
So the grip's pretty good, and it's nicely designed. Little hook keeper, which I always find handy.
No,
I think any lure casting rod should have one.
You have to have one of those.
And those I was excited to see, but there was one that is like, there's one rod. Well, how can I say this? I'm going to quote Lord of the Rings. One rod to rule them all.
Yeah. So,
and I have an affinity towards this rod.
Prior to the show, Don pulled out the new Assassin Affinity 11-foot, and hands down, the best 11-foot I've held in my hands
ever
in my life.
Ever.
In my life.
Guys, these are the latest and greatest Assassin in every way. Fuji winch is standard, Fuji guards, that's just the boring part. Going down to not quite micro guards again, which is fantastic. Available in 2 and 3 piece. What's quite nice about them are range, like 9'6", 11', 12', right from 1 to 2 ounce up to the 1 to 4 ounce type rods. 1 to 3 ounce in the middle, which, as I say, is I think our sweet spot for our local waters. They've taken, I don't know if anyone's ever had the pleasure of trying a little 7-foot Infinity. But that's exceptional tautness and tweetness and weight, and the fact that you've got this light little rod that can handle beastly size fish. This is the light little rod that can cast a mile and handle beastly size fish. We just pull that tip there and get an idea of what we're talking about in them. Check out that taper, guys. Don't put it too hard. Check out that taper. I mean, that thing will cast a mile. So if you want to push your paddle tails out to the outer banks, or you more progressive into stick bait serving, popping in that. Literal, I mean, the weight is fingertip.
Yes, it's pretty much the lightest 11-foot. It compares with some other brands out there. We're not going to mention names. Weight-wise, it compares with them, but I think...
but I think the quality of carbon, probably one of the strongest ones as well.
I'd say the strongest, or they're not.
And yet, it hasn't got that deadness that sometimes comes with a high-end rod. It's got that incredible action, tautness, strength that I think Affinity is going to be the king of lure casting rods. I think it's going to create a heritage that the desire list is exceptionally high. We all want these. The only thing is they're in the upper price scale. You're looking just shy of 4,000 Rand. So tapping a high upper price range, Donnie wants one for Christmas. Very much, Lisa. It's on my list. And as I say, some nice lure casting rods there. But then Assassin also hasn't neglected the deep sea boat kayak scene.
Jigging and popping.
It's getting big. A lot of guys are fishing on kayak and jet ski nowadays as well. And where's the comment?
Entry level. There we go.
Yeah, tail hunter. The guys say this one is developed especially for the guys Yellowtail, Cape Town. So you're throwing poppers, you're throwing spoons, you're throwing stick baits, you're throwing jigs, you might be throwing bait. This is one rod that can do it all.
All of it.
2-piece design in all of these. The next one we look at as well, but basically hidden joint straight into the butt, so still quite a long section. That gives you an extremely strong joint. I can testify to that in one of my Assassin jewels. And extra heavy, as well as heavy. Oh, sorry, extra heavy and 2XH. And yes, you can pull. The lifting power, if you've got a nice big keelback or yellowtail on the line there,
pop him out.
You can pop him out well. Nice, decent sized guards, double foot as well, so very durable, especially in a boat kayak environment.
Knocking the rod about a bit.
Absolutely, and for less than 2,000 Rand, one of the first spinning boat rods / kayak rods you've seen that performs exceptionally well at that kind of price point. So the deep blue finish, I think it's going to be a winner. And then where's my baby? There
he is.
Okay. If you don't know, I've got an Assassin Jewel Zero, which is the previous generation one, and I love my rod. It's one of the rods that I will drop shot. I will do everything with. It's literally, they are so versatile. You can throw poppers, you can do, I wouldn't say slow pitch jigging exceptionally well, but faster jigging exceptionally well. You can bait fish off the boat. You can throw stick baits. And this is the heavy model. They do a medium heavy and a medium in the range, 7 and 8 foot. Not over the top price wise, an actual a little bit cheaper.
What are they going for Don about?
I think about 2-3 odd, eh?
That's not bad.
They're certainly For what you're offering, you've got Fuji winch, Fuji guides throughout. They're squared up to the EVA grip. They are strong as houses.
So we give it a little pull here and see what it's about.
This thing can jig up to 300 gram. It can cast up to a 5 ounce. And
a bit more backbone than the previous model on it.
It's got a lot more backbone. Previously, my medium could only cast up to 2 ounce lure. I know the medium now they're staying up to 4 ounce. So they certainly put a lot more beef into the blank. Roast beef, baby.
Yeah.
There's a good roast beef in there, baby.
Perfect rod for some shore-based game angling.
I think so as well. A lot of guys think this is a boat kayak rod, but I happily use mine for if you're going to throw for things like GT and that, yellowtail for shore and that. You can still get an 80, 100 meter cast on these, and they can pull way better than some of the specialist drop shot type rods. They're so short.
Your surface lures, a little bit of short rod's better for the action sometimes.
Absolutely, and also some clips in that you haven't got room for like 11, 12 foot rod. Some harbour piers and that, a shorter rod's certainly handy, and pulling power of note. So dual purpose rod, extremely versatile. Okay, what are we moving on to next?
I think we've run through the whole done. We're moving on to the horizons.
Okay. No, we've got the bluefishes still on the rack being on me. Okay, before we get to the highest end. One at a time.
I can pass them both over.
Okay, pass them both over. Okay. About a month ago, the new Assassin 2 XT arrived. And all the existing models like the 12, 13, 14, 14 foot 6 were here. And they were super exciting, and they'd revamped the range and that, but they had, to a large extent, the same blank, etc. These are the new 15-foot boys in the block. And totally new to the blanks. 15-foot 4 to 6 ounce, and a 15-foot 5 to 7 ounce. Now, it might not sound like an exciting new rod, but they've certainly they've taken that bluefish strength that we all know, and again, more beef. The 5 to 7 year, probably one of the strongest 5 to 7s I've felt.
Yeah. Very, very solid.
The 4 to 6, the guys are loving as an edible rod. This I would easily borderline going into, I'd handle most sharks on a budget rod.
Correct.
And the pricing is not ridiculous. They're still in, I think, every man's affordable
type. 4,000 rand sort of thing. Eh?
I think
close to that.
Under 3, I think, in that kind of 3-ish mark.
That's not bad at all then,
So maybe you get a pull on the
We might run out of shop, yeah.
I'll run that way, you run this way, and we see how we go.
We might be out of frame, so just excuse us. I'll try.
I'll
make it to the door. There we go.
That is an easy casting rod. I know Jono, apparently when the guys were testing in KZN, they were talking 200 meter plus casts. So it's the kind of thing you can throw hard, and you can throw big baits, and they'll go long.
They definitely throw what they say they're ready to throw. I know the day we were out testing the 4 to 6.
Yeah.
I put a 6 ounce on and a bait.
Big bait.
A bit too big for the rod, and it threw it
No
beautifully.
problem. No
threw
problem.
it beautifully.
And guys, a lovely blue finish, very similar to the Bluefish Zero. Fuji K series guides throughout. Nice neoprene type brag nowadays. I like it. I think a good, honest, quality rod at a realistic price. A lot of us don't have the 8,000 rand for a top end rod, and I think this can perform certainly to the level.
I think you're getting a fishing rod, yeah.
You're getting a strong rod. A strong rod. It's capable of casting miles, and it's capable of pulling hard. And I think those are the two things that most anglers look for. Do you want to pull the 4 to 6 as well? So
we can
have a pull on this. Can I lie the baby down so we don't drop her? Hopefully she's good. A little more your way. There we go. Yeah. Should be good. That's a 4 to 6, which would probably be the more all-rounder choice. But there is beef for miles there. You can, where a lot of guys might have said the previous bluefishes were a little soft. And these have had a healthy dose of Viagra, trust me. And not super heavy either.
No, I was quite impressed with the weight on it.
In actual fact, I'd say the 4 to 6 would probably be my rod of choice, unless I had the non-ed thing in my mind.
It's a beautiful, beautiful rod.
Yeah, no, very nice. Nice eye spacing as well, nice eye size.
What I found, it casted super easy. It was like,
yeah, it's an easy.
Your timing could be horrible and you can cast this rod.
It's an easy caster, but if you got into a big fish, you're not going to have any
problem at all.
Okay, then we got the 2 big boys. Let me pop these guys out the way this way. They're getting in the way.
So we don't want to scratch the next one, guys. So we're gonna.
Now the next one's like in the higher price.
We can't afford to replace them, so.
You love 15-foot rods in shops, eh? Yeah.
Okay, guys. So Assassin have as we know, their horizons go down 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and they recently brought the 4 out. They have decided to add an Horizon 3 to the range, guys. So rods rated to go between 2 and 4 ounces, optimized at a 3 ounce, and they brought it out in 2 models.
Gonna have fun.
A long butt and a well-done fights the fishing rods there, and a short butt, guys.
Yeah, I'm fighting with the
Beautifully finished, super light rods. Had a feel of them earlier.
Stay.
Fantastic feeling blanks. Don's back.
Don's back. Okay, yeah, the horizons now start from number 3. And, you know, it's interesting to think who would want a high-end number 3 rod.
Yeah.
But the guys who are fishing competitively nowadays, a lot of your Raspel type comps and that, you get so many points for the range of species you're targeting. So a number 3 rod, if you're trying to get your smaller, like a zebra, and you want to get points, even some of these comps you get points for bigger.
Correct, yeah.
You know, you're literally looking for different species. You're looking for sand sharks, and you're trying to get bonus points for that. Because I know you get a lot of bonus points the more species you get.
Correct.
So the number 3 certainly. Let's talk about the short butt one first, though.
Yeah, I've got that one. I'm holding that one.
Certainly a wonderful gunmetal finish. Super light, super sensitive. I imagine as strong as any Horizon is. And what more can you say? Top of the range features, top of the range blank. The strength here, if you got into a big silver sling like it, you would have no problems whatsoever.
100%.
And I certainly enjoy. I think a lot of us, though, 4 would probably be the more logical choice, unless our specialist. But if you are specializing in the competitive scene, or you want the very best quality, I mean, number 3, yeah, we're talking about a 2 to 4 ounce.
Correct, yeah.
That's a light rod. So if you want the very best, top of the range 2 to 4 ounce rod in the market, this would probably be the one.
Also for the guys out there, you might own a 5 and a 7 already, and you want a lighter rod in the same class.
Yeah, or possibly a youngster or a lady.
Correct,
be a fantastic rod for them. Then they've also developed, due to massive demand, some guys, when it comes to lure casting, are looking for max distance.
They're pushing the boundaries of the
sport.
They're
pushing, I've heard of guys in KZN on the Affinities, and I know these, where they start targeting Natal snook and that, and they're pushing 150 meter plus on these
backline fish.
Yeah, and they're the slimline spoons, and they're casting 2, 3, 4 ounce spoons and going max distance. The same rod here, rated 2 to 4 ounce, is now available in a long butt. No bionic finger. And they've got what they call a spiral laser cut grip, which is literally like a ribbed thread all the way down.
Feels fantastic in the hand.
It gives you an exceptional grip and feel on them, and wonderfully light. It's the kind of lure casting rod I could probably cast for hours, and yet it's got pulling power of exceptional note. So I think, should we pull the tip of this one?
Yeah, we should.
Oh, that'll cast.
Yeah.
That'll cast.
You can feel that horizon backbone coming through.
Yeah, no, beautiful action. Certainly, if spooning with metals was my thing in the biggest of ways, this would certainly be at the top of my list.
Yeah. Sniper rifle.
It's to the right angler. It's the right rod, and you know who he's talking to. Yeah. It's an exceptional rounder. I could happily fish that lure casting the rest of my days. But if your price bracket doesn't get into that $8,000 type mark, that's 11 and 12 for the Affinity. Half the price.
Definitely my favorite with that Affinity. That
Affinity I've got a soft spot for. I think very pleased. And then we're looking at 1 or 2 new things from Assassin. They've got some shorts now. I don't know if I stuck them all your side or not.
There'll be some shorts there.
Okay. What's quite cool about them, which is new, here's a bit that's open. Okay. A lot of us, we love our Assassin quick dry shorts. But now they've made what they call a Bermuda length.
I think so, a little bit longer.
Basically a little longer, so it'll come down to on the knee. So you don't get that lack of sunburn behind the knee like the other ones tend to do, especially when you're pumping some prawns and running around.
Super skinny legs like me that don't want to
you want to show off those strong thighs. And very lacquer, nice range of colors in them, and they are in stock now. Assassin's always bringing out new caps, which is super cool. And then just for the summer season, available in a few colors here.
Splash jackets, guys.
This is the Splash Pro, is it? Splash. Neil, the jacket name? Splash Core. Splash Core, there we go. I can't keep up nowadays. But a nice light rain jacket. I'd say you wouldn't necessarily fish in monsoon weather.
No, but just to keep the
to keep the moisture and spray off. I think super cool. and I think pretty realistically priced as well. So check these out online.
Some nice
Assassin does some awesome clobber. For those of you Assassin enthusiasts, they also brought out a nice new range of little tools in that, little scissors and that kind of thing. Some nice little pliers as well, which also look pretty cool and very affordable as well. So hats off to the Assassin range. I think we're super keen to see this range. There are still 1 or 2 models coming in some of these.
Great.
We're waiting for some of the deep sea. I know there's a Fortuna 2 coming out soon in about 3 or 4 weeks' time. I know there's a Pop Master, which is a specialist popping rod, coming out too as well. And then the Affinities, I think the 4-piece Affinities are also due.
A proper travel series.
Proper travel, 4-piece Affinity. And what I felt, no loss in action whatsoever.
Oh, great.
So for the guy, if you're a lure cast and your rod has to stay in your bucky, you see the shad there and you want to go, that might just be the
That's
one.
normally a big thing with rods, guys. The more joins you have, normally it affects the action of a rod.
Yeah, but a high quality carbon like that,
they've got it right.
Yeah, they've got it right. Just to harp on my favorite, that Affinity is basically bringing in the multi-directional carbon.
Yeah.
It's similar to what you're seeing in the Infinity rod and also the Evo Infinity taper.
Correct.
It's the same kind of tech, and it is phenomenal. It is taut, easy casting, gives you that flick which is so phenomenal, and yet backbone, lightweight. It just ticks every box you can imagine.
It's got that laser cut EVA grip.
It's got the threaded rip. It's just such a nice rod. And it has to be on any lure caster's wish list.
Yeah. It's definitely, in my eyes, the best lure casting 11 foot, 11, 12 foot rod.
Yeah, to date. And I've held some rods that are 2,000 and more than that. And I still would say that would probably be one of the world's best.
Definitely the best feeling in there.
So Assassin, extremely well done. Excitedly, this entire range is now in stock. It's available on the online store, and they're going out like hotcakes. I think the new Bluefish XTs are going to be benchmark rods, and I think they're going to be top sellers by a massive margin. So watch this space, and we look forward to doing. Before I wrap this up, well, we can hoy it in here as well. Just announced today, guys. 17th of November, Sunday.
Correct. There we go. It's perfect time to announce it.
Assassin Casting Day.
Please come join us.
If you're in East London, if you're near East London, if you can travel to East London, we're having a casting day again at Oliverwood Golf Estate near Cinsa.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday. Registration 8:30 to 9:30. Entry fee is free. First 50 oaks. Get a little breakfast bun in that. There's some coffee as well. You get a chance to come and hoy all of these rods. Hoy the higher range Horizons,
put a full range of rods
the
down
Evos, the Beachmasters, the Bluefishes, the Rock and Surf, the drop shot rods, even the bass rods will all be there. Sean from Assassin and quite a few of the rest of the crew and a few of the Assassin ambassadors will be around, as well as ourselves. There's 20 grand prizes up for grabs. The first prize is a Horizon Championship. I think there's an Infinity taper as well. There might even be an Affinity in the mix as well.
We'll see what happens.
Can we enter? I don't know. I wish I could.
We can't.
Okay. But guys, you have to be there. I think it's a chance to test the entire range. And if you never can't decide between a 4 and a 5, now's your chance to cast both and see how they feel. So we look forward to you guys joining us. And again, thanks to Assassin for lacquer rods.
Yeah.
Good South African company who's doing amazing things. So yeah, that's a wrap from me.
Anyway, guys, so thanks for joining us this evening for Tackle Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed the presentation on the new and additional Assassin rods brought to their ranges. Don't forget, all these rods and many more are available at Bulmoria. Go check out their website. Check out their Facebook page, guys, for the unbelievable birthday specials they're currently running. And from the 1st of November, the November specials
Black November
specials,
will be happening,
and there are some crazy specials come out, guys.
Always.
I've had a little highlights behind the scenes. Look at it. So go have a look at them. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe and become a member on Untraceable Fishing on YouTube. Thanks for your support so far, guys. So from Dean from Untraceable Fishing and Mr. Don to the right from Bulmoria Fishing Tackle, this was Tackle Tuesday.
Cheers.